Everyone, first of all, let me thank you all for watching my video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Phuong and I'm a student of Cần University. My major is English Translation and Interpretation. And today we talk about an interesting topic that is global citizen. Now let's start. Now let's start with the definition. A global citizen is an individual who sees themselves as a citizen of the world rather than a single country. They respect and value diversity and work to understand and act to efforts to achieve social development goals. They also desire equality for all and constantly make fair choices and decisions. Now, let's talk about myself. Am I a global citizen? At the beginning, I didn't think I was a global citizen. I think a global citizen needs to be a successful person and contribute a lot for society. But now I recognize that a global citizen is not something too big. When I know other languages such as English, it's a one signal to be a global citizen because I can know more about the world. Moreover, I respect and keen on differences of culture. I want to develop myself and be helpful to people around me. What features recognize someone as a global citizen? According to Oxfam in 1997, a global citizen is someone who is aware of the wider world and has a sense of his or her own role as a world citizen. Uh, Respects and values diversity, has an understanding of how the world works economically, politically, socially, culturally, technologically, and environmentally, is outraged by social injustice, participates in and contributes to the community at a range of levels from local to global, is willing to act and to make the world a more sustainable place, and takes responsibility for his or her actions. Now let's move to the next part. Skill to make someone become a global citizen. To become a global citizen, you will have to be reactive, flexible, dedicated, and proactive. This means that a global citizen needs to develop skills related to problem solving, decision making, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. These five skills are becoming more and more essential to success in workplace as well as life in general, and can add to both your personal and professional development in a big way. Now, I will take an example about a person who is a global citizen in my definition. He is Mr. Phuong, and I also call him Thầy Thắng. And first, I will talk about how he works. I have a chance to study with him in the presentation skill tone. My lesson without any research. He usually tells us funny story related to the lesson, and that make us interested in the lesson and pay attention. Although we don't need to do a lot in work, he taught most of important things for the lesson, and we did it really well. He also gave advice for an English club in the university that helped a student improve their speaking skills. He also participated in the presentation of the cinema to share his knowledge and experience. I had a chance to meet him again When I participated in election, he participated as a supporter of voting activity. So I can see that he also really interested in social activity, and this his action make me think that he's a global citizen, like my definition. Uh, Global citizenship helps young people to build their own understanding of the world events, think about their values and what's important to them. Take learning into the real world. With global citizenship education, young people are able to solve problems, make decisions, think critical, communicate ideas effectively, and work well with others. This not only helps them personally and educationally, but eventually professionally as well. So, what I achieved through different searches and courses relating to global citizen. My biggest thing is that I changed a lot in my mind. I need to prepare well for my next plan and recognize my responsibility for society. I know that we need to take action from now for the next generation. I became more open minded and willing to help other people without thinking a lot. And I have a quotation that I think is really affect my thinking, that we make a living by what we get and make a living by what we give. It means we receive a lot from other around us, so we need to have a mind to give our help to other person in our ability. There are six critical global issues listed by the United Nations. First, habitat and biodiversity loss. Our forests are key to producing the air we breathe. Yet between 2015 and 2020, the rate of deforestation was approximately 10 million hectares of forest per year. Extinctions are also happening at alarmingly fast rate. Not only are we losing flora and fauna, we are also damaging our ecosystems and proving them out of balance. Ocean conservation. Most of our planet is covered in water. We depend on the ocean to maintain our groundwater systems, and many populations rely on it for food and income. But despite its importance, the ocean is underwater. Overfishing and unsustainable fishing practices are causing the endangerment and extinction of many marine species. Water scarcity is with food. There is actually enough fresh water for each person currently living on the planet. However, access to that water is not always possible for everyone. About 2 billion people still use a salt that is contaminated with human waste, and about the same amount don't have access to adequate toilet facilities. Food security. According to the United Nations World Food Programme Life in 2021, hunger map addressed 957 million people across 93 countries do not have enough to eat. World hunger has steadily decreased over the past decade, but is on the rise once again, and the number of displaced persons who suffer the most from food insecurity is increasing too. Major global health issues. Today, however, the most overwhelming threat to our overall global health and well-being is the COVID-19 pandemic that we have been facing since its discovery in Wuhan, China in late 2019, most people affected with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover quickly without needing any special treatment. However, people over 60 and those with underlying health conditions are more likely to develop serious illnesses. Global child health and primary education. Children are key to our success, yet many children across the world don't have some of their most basic needs met. It's estimated that approximately 600 million children are not mastering basic mathematics and literacy while at school. Children's health and education go hand in hand. Children who are hungry cannot concentrate and thus cannot learn. Children who grow hungry for long periods of time can develop big difficulties in their learning abilities and concentration due to hunger. This means they might not be able to achieve their academic or professional potential. Even where children are attending school, the quality of their education might be poor, or educational capacity and resources may be limited. This means that they may leave school without the necessary numeracy or literacy skill required. Challenges young people face in 2021. First, education and employment. Research conducted by YMCA found that 44% of young people have concerns about their studies and exam pressures. Moreover, in the current pandemic, many young people preparing to leave school are facing uncertainties about what opportunities are out there regarding apprenticeship, internships, and employment in general. This leads itself to increased concerns about financial instability as university and housing costs rise. Young people are unable to easily chart a course for their future. Many young people are faced with remaining at home after school or university. And that also brings to the end of my video, and hope from my video you can see you can have another view about global citizen. And before ending of my video, I would like to share with you uh, a video easy like is easy. I know that the young generation have a lot of pressure and we think our life very complicated, very a lot of things to do. But I hope when you watch this video you have another thinking about your life. Thank you for watching my video.